a difficult passage from the Gospel. It is speaking about a epileptic. In Greek, in the original term, it is lunatic. And we see that Jesus dealt with it as a possessed. And till today, I hear many preachers and many people who explain the gospel and they insist that he is an epileptic, as sick in epilepsy. While we see that according to the description of the father, he was saying he was epileptic, but he was falling into the fire and he reacted according to the moon, and many times he was falling into the water. And we know that these things do not belong to the epileptic, specifically to fall in fire and fall in water and to react on the things of the moon. But however, we know that the devils use the timings of the moon in order to pretend that they have power over nature where they have nothing. In the name of God, they are dissipated just by his word. And we see here Jesus is saying very hard word, "O faithless and perverse generation." This is not spoken to the disciples, it is spoken to the people and specifically to the scribes, because they were quarreling the disciples because they saw that the disciples were not able to cure the child. However, Jesus turns out all the issue and put it straightforward on face. And he was talking about the face of the people and the face of the scribes. And we remember that Jesus also, the gospel say he did not do, or he was not able to do, he didn't want to do any miracle in his country because of the unbelief of the people. So the unbelief of the people closes the gates of God to do wonders in our midst. And this is what was happening to the disciples. So the issue was greater than them. It was unbelief. And later on, when the disciples asked Jesus why we were not able to heal him, while you have already given us power over devils, and we have cast out devils before, but why this one we couldn't? It was because of the unbelief of the people. And he said also, this kind is not cast out unless with prayer and fasting. So he is recommending more prayer and more fasting in order to be able to cast those demons. So Jesus is talking about demons. Matthew, Mark, and Luke is talking about demons, and still the others talk about normal epileptic disease. So there is something not working here. And then at the end, Jesus said this word, which has caused us later some problem in the past. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall do wonders. Ye shall say to this mountain, remove, and it will be removed, and nothing shall be impossible to you. This sentence gave some problems to our brothers in Egypt between the year 975 and 978, when the Fatimid Khalif al-Mu'izz was reigning in Cairo, and it was also at the age of Pope Abraham the Coptic. So this Khalif was a Muslim, of course, and he had always gathering around him some Jews, Christians, and experts in Islam, and they were always discussing. One of them catch that sentence of Jesus and said, look, in their book, we read this. If you have faith as 1 grain of mustard, you can say to this mountain, move, and it should move. So I accuse the Christians here in Egypt that they are mocking us because they cannot fulfill what is in their book. So the Caliph liked this story, and he called the Pope in, and he told him, is this your book? He said, yes. Is this written in your book? He said, yes. Do you believe in this? He said, yes. He told him, okay, you see this mountain Al-Muqattam? You have to remove it from here. If you cannot remove it, then you and all the Christians will suffer death on my soul. So the Patriarch went to his convent, and he was praying, and he was weeping. And for 3 days he fasted, and at night the lady Theotokos appeared to him and told him, I will help you through Simon al-Karraz, or Simon the Shoemaker, or Simon the Tanner. Ask him to be with you when you gather the people, and he will be there to help you through me. So on the time which has been set already, the Caliph came with all the crowd and all the people, and also the Christians gathered with their Pope. And Saint Simon said to the Pope, you only say, Kyrie eleison, Lord have mercy. And all the people was saying, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy, and bowing down to the floor. Then when Saint Simon made a remark to the Pope blessed the mountain, and the mountain was lifted up. It was a huge mountain. It was lifted up, and there was as an earthquake in the area, and it is written in history that the sun could be seen from under the mountain when it was lifted up. And the mountain started to move, and if it moved, it would have crushed all Cairo and all the house of the Sultan. So the Sultan was afraid. He jumped on the Patriarch and he said, hey, please let it stop. And the Muqattam mountain has been renamed the mountain stopped. And now if you go to Cairo, you will see the Muqattam mountain. Under it, because when it was lifted up, there was a cave under it, which in that cave, a monastery is built. You can go and you can see it and you can read the story. And this has been fulfilled. So, and the story today, what we are saying is about faith. When we have faith, we can move mountain, and this happened in history. And we have a real case that happened. But faith is important. When we have faith in God, the doors of His blessings are open to us in a very mysterious way. So faith, and I pray that God give us faith more and more, so that we can continue in this life where faith is needed among all what is happening around us, and you know how difficult times are getting more and more crazy. Amen.